This next putting routine that I do is from a little bit greater distance from circle 1 and is just outside of circle 2. Basically, I have sort of a limit in terms of how far I can putt reasonably without losing control, and that's in the 60 to 70 foot range. So beyond that range is where I start throwing discs towards the basket, primarily to get as close to the basket as possible so I can have an easy putt. Here's essentially what this looks like. This is my 4th disc golf practice routine. I go to various spots within my side yard to throw from. These are all further back than the other routines that I was putting from previously. They're at a range that I can no longer putt effectively. They're beyond my putting's edge. This game is not for practicing putting into the basket. This is for practicing throwing as close to the basket as possible. My goal is to park the putter as close as I can for a tap-in putt or an easy putt from a short distance. This is a real-world skill that I want to develop for when I'm on the course playing a game. I will sometimes practice running a putt into the basket, but I'm mostly focused on my approach game here. Since all of these are inside circle 2 or just beyond it, my goal is to learn softer throwing. I find that it's easy to throw long at 70 feet, so I'm trying to develop a level of control that's easier to get it close to the basket than a jump putt or even a step putt. I find that my current range of putting is between 60 and 70 feet, and it takes so much effort to putt at that range that I'd rather develop a skill of throwing delicately. There will be overlap later as I learn to putt from farther back, but I can live with that. I'm training for my current abilities, and these practice routines are an investment in time and effort. Especially now with a lot of courses closed, I can't just go to a nearby course and get some time in on the green. As with most of my routines, I don't start with this one. I always start closer to the basket and then work my way outward. Sometimes due to time constraints, I have to abbreviate one or more of these sessions so that I get a little time doing every one of them, but not a lot of time doing any of them. I also tend to prioritize the first sessions over the later ones, since it takes more time to gather the 5 discs from 70 or 80 feet than it does from 20 or 30 feet. That said, I do try to practice throwing these short distances since I have easier access to them than have access to places where I can throw hundreds of feet. And as I mentioned in my mile challenge video, I've only practiced driving 4 times in 1 year and 9 months of playing. This basket only cost me $70, but it's been a really good investment. That and a handful of putters can provide a lot of value to almost any disc golfer. Up until recently, I used 5 completely different putters to practice, but I felt in the last month or two that I need to have 5 of the same type of putter, all straight and neutral, to get better at the primary putter that I use on the course. In this case, it's an AVR putter, but my advice is for you to pick your favorite stable putter you prefer doing the bulk of your putts or short throws with, and buy a number of them, like 5 or 6 or 10 or however many you tend to practice with. And you want them all in the same plastic, all at the same weight, and you want to practice extensively with them. I have another AVR I use on the field, but all these are the same model, weight, and plastic, and these are always ready for use here in this capacity. Because of this, anytime I'm 100 feet or closer to the basket, I'm becoming more and more confident that I can use this putter to get me where I need to while I'm on the course. And that's what this routine looks like. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.